The Mutiny on the Bounty. Chapter 1. The Ship. It was a cold morning in the winter of 1787. Tom Barnes was very excited when he arrived at Spithead. Tom wanted to find his ship, the Bounty. He stopped an old sailor with a friendly face.
"Excuse me, where's the Bounty?"
Tom asked. The sailor looked at Tom's new uniform and he smiled.
"How old are you?"
he asked him.
"I'm 14.
Replied Tom.
"Come with me.
The sailor said.
The Bounty is over there, I think."
Tom and the sailor walked together towards a large ship.
"Ah, yes.
The sailor said after a while.
There she is."
Who is she?"
Tom asked him.
"We call all the ships she,
The sailor explained.
and you must do the same. That's how real sailors talk."
Soon they arrived at the Bounty. A sailor saw Tom and saluted politely. Tom saluted the sailor back and turned to the old sailor.
"Thank you for your help,"
he said to him. He looked up at the Bounty for a moment and then turned back to the old sailor.
"She's so big."
The old sailor smiled at him.
"You learn quickly.
He told him.
That's one of the 2 things you must do. Learn everything you can."
"And what's the second thing I must do?"
Tom asked him.
"That's easy.
The old sailor replied.
Obey your captain."
The old sailor walked away from Tom.
"Learn and obey,"
Tom thought.
"It's good advice."
Now Tom went inside the Bounty. He walked on the deck and looked up at the masts. They were very tall. He knew that all the sailors had to climb them. For a moment he was afraid.
"But I can learn,"
he decided. Then he went down below the deck. He wanted to find his cabin. It was dark and there were a lot of sailors there. The sailors were noisy and Tom was frightened of them. They were men and he was only a boy. Suddenly the sailors were silent. They looked at someone behind Tom. Tom turned round and saw an officer. The officer was a young man. He smiled at the men, and then he looked kindly at Tom.
"You must be Tom Barnes,"
he said.
"I'm Fletcher Christian. I can show you the ship if you want. I've got time before the captain comes aboard." "Yes, please,"
Tom agreed.
"I want to know everything about her."
Mr. Christian laughed.
"That's good,"
he said.
"A young man needs to know his ship well. His ship and the men in her."
Mr. Christian and Tom walked around the ship together. Mr. Christian showed Tom the ship's cannons. They stood next to one of the cannons. There were 2 sailors on the other side of the deck, but they did not see the officer and Tom.
"My brother knows Bligh,"
one of the sailors said.
"But you don't know him, George,"
the other sailor said.
"You don't know the captain."
"He's the worst captain in the Navy,"
the first sailor continued.
"My brother told me. Bligh is cruel, and he uses the whip a lot."
"That's enough talk.
Mr. Christian said loudly to the 2 sailors.
Go up on deck and help the other men."
Yes, sir.
The sailors replied quickly.
"Brave men, Tom."
Mr. Christian repeated.
"Brave men. And it's our responsibility to keep them happy."
Chapter 2. Captain Bligh. Tom was very busy in the next few days. The sailors worked hard to prepare the ship for the long voyage, and Tom worked hard too. His friend, Mr. Christian, taught him many things. One day he showed Tom how to climb the masts. Tom was afraid at first. Then he climbed up to the top of the mast. The port looked very small from up there. The young officer also taught Tom about navigation. They spent a lot of time together. Mr. Christian was kind, and Tom liked him. Tom watched his friend with the sailors. Fletcher Christian told them what to do, because that was his job. But he was always polite, and the sailors liked him.
Be good to the men, Tom.
His friend advised him.
Sailors are brave men. We must treat them well.
Captain Bligh came aboard on the third day. He did not smile when he met the officers. He went immediately to his cabin, and he stayed there the whole day. Later, Tom heard a conversation between the sailor called George and some other sailors.
Bligh is back,
George said.
He doesn't look very happy to see us. I know him. Be careful of him. He's a terror.
What's the captain like?
Tom asked Fletcher Christian.
One of the sailors said that Captain Bligh's one of the best officers in the Navy.
Fletcher told him.
I know him well.
He looked at Tom.
Sometimes the sailors don't understand their officers, Tom. A captain's job is a difficult one, you know.
That evening, Tom ate with all the officers in the captain's cabin. There was a long table and Captain Bligh sat at one end.
Come and sit with me, Mr. Barnes,
Captain Bligh said.
The youngest officer always sits with the captain,
he explained. Tom sat down. He did not know what to say to the captain.
Is this your first voyage?
Captain Bligh asked him.
Yes, sir,
Tom replied nervously. Captain Bligh smiled at him.
You have a lot to learn, my boy,
the captain told him.
You must ask me lots of questions.
Thank you, sir,
Tom said. Now Captain Bligh turned to the other officers. He asked them about the ship and the sailors.
Is everything ready for tomorrow?
He asked.
Yes, sir,
the officers told him.
Very good,
he said. He stood up.
Sleep well, gentlemen. We leave early in the morning.
The officers left the captain's cabin.
What do you think of Captain Bligh now?
Fletcher Christian asked Tom.
I think he's a good captain,
Tom answered.
He's not a terror at all.
Chapter 3. The Voyage Begins. It was the 23rd of December, 1787, when the Bounty left Britain, and the ship quickly left land far behind. The days passed quickly for Tom. He climbed the masts easily now. He was not afraid of Captain Bligh any more, and he sat next to the captain every evening at dinner.
Learn your navigation, Mr. Barnes,
the captain told him one evening.
It's the most important thing for an officer. You must always know the position of the ship.
One day, Tom and Fletcher Christian were next to Captain Bligh on the deck. The captain had his sextant in his hand. He explained to Tom how to use it.
We want to know our position,
he said.
I can find out with this sextant. First, I must find the sun.
He pointed the instrument at the sun. Then he wrote some numbers on a piece of paper.
Now it's your turn,
he said to Tom. Tom took the sextant and pointed it at the sun. Then he too wrote some numbers on a piece of paper.
Where are we, Mr. Barnes?
Captain Bligh asked him. Tom showed the captain his piece of paper. The captain studied it for a moment. His face was serious.
This is no good,
he shouted angrily.
You must do better than this.
Then he turned to Fletcher Christian.
This boy can't use the sextant properly,
he said.
Teach him, Mr. Christian. He's your responsibility.
Captain Bligh moved away from Tom and Fletcher. Tom was very unhappy.
Don't worry,
Fletcher told him.
we can practice later today.
Captain Bligh did not talk to Tom for the rest of the day. He still looked angry when they met at dinner.
He is a terror,
Tom thought. A few days later, Tom was on deck with the captain again.
Well, Mr. Barnes,
Captain Bligh said.
Are you ready for some navigation?
Yes, sir,
Tom answered. This time Tom was lucky. He wrote the numbers down and gave the piece of paper to the captain. Captain Bligh studied the numbers silently. Then he smiled at Tom.
Well done, my boy,
he said.
Your calculation is correct. It's a good piece of work.
Tom was very pleased, and his friend Fletcher was happy for him as well. That evening, Captain Bligh was very cheerful. He told Tom stories about fights between enemy ships and adventures. He talked about beautiful islands in the Pacific Ocean.
They're wonderful places, my boy,
he said.
The people are friendly, the sun shines all day, and there is always fruit on the trees.
That night, Captain Bligh asked Tom to wait in the cabin.
I want to show you my collection, Mr. Barnes,
the captain told him. He took Tom to the back of the cabin. There were hundreds of plants there.
They come from all over the world,
Captain Bligh told him proudly.
They're my hobby.
He pointed to a large plant with blue flowers.
This is my favourite,
he said.
It comes from a little island in the Pacific. It's more than 10 years old.
The captain's not so bad, really,
Tom thought.
He gets angry sometimes, that's all.
Chapter 4. Punishment at Sea. One day Fletcher and Tom were in Fletcher's cabin together. Fletcher took a map out of the desk.
Come and look at this, Tom,
he said. Tom sat next to his friend.
We're going here,
Fletcher explained. He pointed to a little island in the sea.
This is Tahiti. It's one of the most beautiful islands in the world. We're going there to collect breadfruit plants. Then we're going to take them all the way to the West Indies. That's our mission. What's Tahiti like?
Tom wanted to know.
It's a beautiful island. Sailors are always happy to stop there, and the people of Tahiti are very friendly.
Just then they heard Captain Bligh's voice. He was on the deck above them. He was angry with one of the sailors.
That water is for the plants,
he shouted.
It isn't for you to drink. I'm sorry, sir,
the sailor said nervously. Tom recognized the sailor's voice. It was George.
Mr. Christian!
Captain Bligh shouted.
Come onto the deck, please.
Fletcher ran out of the cabin. He went on deck and Tom followed him.
Arrest that man,
Captain Bligh ordered. Fletcher called two of the sailors.
Take this man to the captain's cabin,
he told them. The sailors tied George's hands together. Then they took him down to the captain's cabin. Captain Bligh was still angry. He turned to speak to Fletcher Christian.
I want discipline on this ship,
he told him.
and it's your job to control the sailors.
Fletcher did not reply to the angry words.
We must punish that sailor.
The captain said.
You know what to do, Mr. Christian.
Fletcher Christian did not want to punish the sailor. He tried to argue with the captain.
There's a lot of water on the ship, sir,
he said.
The sailor doesn't deserve punishment.
Punish him, Mr. Christian.
The captain said.
Yes, sir.
Fletcher said unhappily. That afternoon all the officers stood on the deck around Captain Bligh. 2 sailors brought George onto the deck. They tied him to one of the masts. Then another sailor stepped forward. He had a cruel whip, a cat-o'-nine-tails, in his hand.
You must whip him 20 times as his punishment.
Captain Bligh told the sailor.
Very good, sir,
The sailor replied. He raised the cat-o'-nine-tails, then he hit George on the back. George cried out,
Oh!
but he continued to hit him. Tom watched the punishment. He was frightened when he saw blood on the deck. He closed his eyes. He did not want to look any more.
It's all right, Tom.
Fletcher told him.
The punishment is nearly finished.
Captain Bligh counted as the sailor hit George.
19. 20.
He called out.
Now take him away.
Some sailors ran forward. They untied George from the mast. He could not walk, so the sailors carried him away. Chapter 5. An Unhappy Ship. The sailors were not happy after George's punishment. They still did their work, but they looked angrily at the captain. Tom was not happy either. He talked to Fletcher Christian.
Captain Bligh's a cruel man,
he told his friend.
Don't talk like that.
Fletcher told him.
He's our captain, and we must obey him.
Tom remembered the advice of the old sailor.
Obey your captain.
Soon after, there was a terrible storm at sea. The wind was very strong, and the waves came onto the ship. It was cold and wet. The crew of the Bounty fought the storm for 30 days and nights. Nobody could sleep, and there was no hot food. The sailors worked hard to save the ship, and everyone was exhausted.
We're all going to die,
thought Tom. One day there was a terrible accident. Captain Bligh ordered some sailors to climb the masts. It was difficult and dangerous, and they climbed slowly in the wind. Suddenly, one of the sailors fell from the mast. He was very badly hurt. The doctor tried to help him, but he died. Tom saw George and his friend together.
Bligh's a bad captain,
George said angrily.
He doesn't care about the men.
He's a hard man, George,
his friend replied.
We all know that. But what can we do? He's the captain.
I know what we can do,
George said. He took out his knife and showed it to his friend.
Put that away,
his friend said quickly.
You mustn't talk like that.
At last, the storm passed, and the weather was calm again. The Bounty sailed towards Tahiti. Tom thought the ship's problems were over, but the good weather brought new difficulties. One evening at dinner, Fletcher Christian talked seriously to the captain.
There's a problem with the water, sir,
he said.
Some of the barrels are broken because of the storm.
Do we have enough water to reach Tahiti?
The captain asked.
We can reach Tahiti,
Fletcher told him.
but we must give the sailors all the water. We can't give water to the plants, sir.
No,
Shouted Captain Bligh angrily.
the plants are important. The crew must drink less water. 2 cups a day for each sailor, Mr. Christian.
2 cups a day? It's not enough, sir.
Fletcher said.
The men need more than 2 cups a day to survive.
Give the order, Mr. Christian.
Captain Bligh replied.
2 cups a day.
The next day, Fletcher Christian explained the order to the sailors. They were not happy.
2 cups a day, sir?
One of them asked.
We can't work without water. It's not right.
What about the captain's plants, sir?
Another sailor wanted to know.
Do we still give them water?
The plants get their water.
Fletcher told them.
We're more important than plants.
A sailor said angrily. Fletcher looked sadly at the men. He agreed with them.
Captain's orders, men.
He said. Chapter 6. Tahiti. It was very hot on the ship. There were no clouds in the sky, and the sun shone all day. The sailors worked hard, and they were always thirsty. They wanted more water. Captain Bligh was always angry now. He did not talk to Tom in his cabin, and very often he shouted at Fletcher Christian. The officers were extremely unhappy. At last, on the 26th of October, 1788, the Bounty reached the island of Tahiti. Tom was excited. He saw trees on the island. Soon there were a lot of canoes in the sea. The people of Tahiti came across the sea to welcome the sailors. They brought fruit and flowers with them and gave them to the sailors. The ship anchored near the island.
Everything will be all right now,
George said to his friend.
Tahiti is the best place in the world.
The sailors looked at the island and smiled happily. Some of them knew the island well, and they told their friends about it.
It's wonderful,
one of them explained.
The people like sailors. We can eat and drink good things here, and the people are friendly.
Fletcher Christian went to talk to the captain.
The men like Tahiti,
he said to Captain Bligh.
They want to go onto the island. Can I give permission, sir?
No one can go onto the island yet,
Captain Bligh replied.
We have work to do, Mr. Christian.
The sailors are tired, sir.
Fletcher said.
They need rest and good food. Can't they go there for a few days?
Didn't you hear me, Mr. Christian?
Captain Bligh asked angrily.
No one will go to the island without my permission.
Tom heard Captain Bligh's angry words to his friend. He was sorry for Fletcher. Just then, some sailors came to Tom and Fletcher.
When can we go to the island, sir?
One of the sailors asked Fletcher.
I know the island well. I've got friends here.
I'm sorry, men,
Fletcher replied.
No one can go yet. Captain's orders.
The men were angry.
But we always visit the island,
one of them argued.
It's not right.
Captain Bligh was soon busy with the islanders. He wanted to buy lots of breadfruit plants. The islanders brought lots of the plants, and the sailors carried them onto the ship.
More plants,
George said to his friend. One day, Captain Bligh decided to go ashore. He wanted Tom to go with him. They took one of the Bounty's little boats. A group of islanders met them when they came ashore. The islanders gave them presents. Then they showed the captain and Tom around the island. Tom thought that Tahiti was very beautiful. Even Captain Bligh seemed happy.
"This is my favourite place,"
he told Tom. Tom thought about the sailors on the ship. They wanted to come to the island too.
The men like the island too,
he said.
They want to come here, sir.
Captain Bligh laughed.
"Ha ha, don't worry about them,"
he told Tom.
"They can come here soon. But first, they must work. Discipline, Mr. Barnes. Discipline."
The captain's all right,
Tom thought.
He's not a terror after all.
Chapter 7. Trouble in Tahiti. Weeks passed. The Bounty had lots of breadfruit plants now, and Captain Bligh was happy. One day he called Fletcher Christian.
"The sailors can go to the island now,"
he told Fletcher.
Thank you, sir.
Fletcher said. He went to the sailors and told them the good news. Soon Tom saw the Bounty's little boats in the water. They were full of sailors carrying presents for the islanders. The sailors went to the island every day now, and they made friends with the islanders. They ate good food. The islanders liked the sailors, and they played music for them. Some of the sailors fell in love with girls on the island. The months passed, and the Bounty stayed in Tahiti.
We can't leave yet,
Fletcher explained to Tom.
We must wait for the right wind.
The sailors were happy to wait. Some of them spent all their time on the island now. They did not return to the ship. One day, 3 sailors decided to escape. They wanted to live on the island. They took one of the ship's boats and some guns. Captain Bligh was furious and wanted to punish them. He ordered Fletcher Christian to find them. Fletcher Christian and Tom went to the island together.
We must find them, Tom,
Fletcher said sadly. Fletcher and Tom found the 3 sailors on the island and brought them back to the Bounty. Once again, Captain Bligh ordered a punishment with the cat-o'-nine-tails. The other sailors watched the punishment. They were sorry for the 3 men, and they were angry with the captain.
It's sad,
one of the sailors said.
They're not bad men. The captain's too hard.
"You're right,"
another sailor agreed.
"The captain's a hard man."
That night it was very hot, and Tom could not sleep. So he walked on the deck. He heard a conversation between Fletcher Christian and George.
"You know I'm right."
George said.
"It can't continue like this, sir."
What can we do?
Fletcher asked.
"You know the answer to that, sir."
George told him.
"The men are with you, Mr. Christian."
How many men?
Fletcher asked him.
"Enough, sir."
George told him. Chapter 8. Tom's Big Decision. The Bounty spent 6 months in Tahiti. Finally, the wind was in the right direction, and Captain Bligh decided to leave the island. The sailors did not want to go back to the ship because they had friends on the island now. Some of them even wanted to marry Tahitian girls. The ship sailed away from the island. The sailors did their work, but they were silent.
"What's wrong with the men?"
Captain Bligh asked Fletcher Christian one day.
They're all right, sir.
Fletcher told him.
They just missed their friends on Tahiti.
Captain Bligh turned to Tom with a smile.
A little navigation, Mr. Barnes?
he suggested.
We mustn't forget navigation.
He gave Tom the sextant. Tom looked at the sun. Then he wrote some numbers on a piece of paper. He showed the paper to Bligh.
Well done,
the captain said.
You're learning, Mr. Barnes.
Tom remembered the words of the old sailor at the port.
Learn everything you can.
He was very pleased with himself. Just then, one of the sailors came onto the deck. He stopped in front of Fletcher Christian and said a few words.
What is it, Mr. Christian?
Captain Bligh asked.
What does the man want?
It's the chronometer, sir.
Fletcher replied.
It doesn't work.
Doesn't work?
Shouted Bligh furiously.
Why doesn't it work?
There's water in it.
Fletcher told him.
That's your responsibility.
Captain Bligh told him.
You're the worst officer on this ship.
Fletcher did not say anything, but he became red in the face. Captain Bligh was angry all that day. He did not speak to Fletcher at dinner that evening. Tom was sorry for his friend. In the middle of the night, when Tom was asleep, a man came into his cabin.
Wake up,
the man said quietly.
Wake up, Tom.
Tom sat up suddenly. He looked around and saw Fletcher in the cabin.
What is it? Is something wrong?
he asked.
Listen to me,
Fletcher said very seriously.
The sailors don't want to obey Captain Bligh. I'm going to be captain of the Bounty. What do you mean?
Tom asked, shocked.
We're going to take the ship from Captain Bligh,
Fletcher told him.
But that's mutiny,
Tom said.
You can't do that, Fletcher. Don't argue with me, Tom,
Fletcher said.
There isn't much time. I just want to ask you one thing. Are you with me or with the captain?
Tom thought hard. Fletcher was his friend. He was a good man, and he was kind to the sailors. But Bligh was the captain of the ship. Tom did not answer.
You must tell me,
Fletcher said.
You must decide, Tom. It's the most important decision of your life.
Tom looked at his friend. Then he remembered his conversation with the old sailor at the port.
And what's the second thing I must do?
Tom asked him.
That's easy,
the old sailor replied.
Obey your captain.
Chapter 9. The Mutiny. It was early morning on the 28th of April, 1789. Captain Bligh was asleep in his cabin. Suddenly, Fletcher Christian and George came into the cabin. They had guns and swords with them.
What is it?
Shouted Captain Bligh.
What's wrong?
This is a mutiny,
Fletcher told him.
I'm the captain now.
How can you do this, Mr. Christian?
Captain Bligh asked in great surprise.
We're officers in the Navy.
It's too late, Captain Bligh,
Christian replied.
I can't stand your cruelty any more, and neither can the men.
Christian and George tied the captain's hands behind his back. Then they took him onto the deck. There were other sailors there, and they had guns and swords as well.
What can we do with Captain Bligh?
A sailor asked.
We can kill him,
George said.
I have a wife and 4 children at home, Mr. Christian.
Captain Bligh said quietly.
Are you going to kill me?
No,
Fletcher replied.
I don't want to kill you, Captain.
He thought for a moment.
We can give you one of the ship's boats,
he decided. George laughed.
We're in the middle of the sea,
he said.
No one can survive in a small boat. It's too dangerous.
He looked at Captain Bligh and smiled cruelly.
You're going to die out there, Captain,
he told him.
You're going to die out there, all alone.
What do you want to do?
Fletcher Christian asked the sailors.
How many of you want to go with Captain Bligh in the small boat?
18 sailors came forward.
We do, sir,
they told Captain Bligh.
We're not mutineers.
Tom looked at Fletcher Christian and the mutineers. Then he looked at Captain Bligh. He thought for a moment. Then he stepped forward.
I'm going with the captain too,
he told Fletcher Christian.
You?
said Christian.
But it's dangerous, Tom. Stay with us. You're my friend. No, Fletcher,
Tom replied.
I must obey my captain.
Soon the small boat was ready to leave. Captain Bligh, Tom, and the 18 sailors got into it. They had a little water and food with them, and Captain Bligh carried his sextant with him. Captain Bligh sat at the back of the boat. He looked at Tom and the sailors. He was serious, but very calm.
Raise the sail,
he told the sailors. The boat sailed away from the Bounty.
And now, Mr. Barnes,
Captain Bligh said with a smile.
Some navigation.
Bligh took out his sextant and looked at the sun. Then he made some calculations.
We're a long way from land,
he told the men in the boat.
We don't have much food or water. But we can survive. I promise you, we can survive. Discipline, men. Discipline.
Captain Bligh took the boat to some small islands. They bought some food and water from the people there. After that, they were ready to begin their journey. Chapter 10. Land. It was hot on the small boat, and there was no protection from the sun. After a week, the men were hungry and thirsty. Captain Bligh used his sextant every day. He tried to make his men feel better.
We're sailors,
he told them.
We can survive hunger and thirst, and we have the discipline for this voyage.
Captain Bligh told the sailors that he had a plan.
We'll go to the island of Tafoa,
he said.
We can buy more food and water there.
The men believed in their captain. He was always calm, and he always knew where the boat was. He was not afraid of the sea. They soon arrived at the island of Tafoa. At first, the islanders were friendly, and they brought the sailors food and drink. But soon they began to change. They attacked the sailors and killed one of them. Captain Bligh gave the order to sail away from the island. Now they only had enough food and water for 5 days.
Listen to me, men,
Captain Bligh said.
We must sail to Kupang, but the journey will take 50 days. We must eat and drink very little. It will be difficult and dangerous, but we can do it. What do you say? Will you follow my orders?
The sailors agreed to follow their captain's orders. The sea was full of sharks. They followed the boat.
Don't put your hands in the water,
Captain Bligh told the sailors.
The sharks are hungry too.
The sea was flat and calm. The boat sailed through the waves. Suddenly the sea became rough and the boat moved from side to side. Tom was afraid.
It's a whale!
one of the sailors cried. Then Tom saw an enormous whale come out of the sea. The whale was larger than their boat. Captain Bligh laughed.
Don't be frightened, Mr. Barnes,
he said kindly.
Whales don't attack boats.
The weather quickly changed. The sky was full of clouds and there was a strong wind.
A storm is coming, sir,
one of the sailors said to Captain Bligh. Captain Bligh saw that he was right.
Take the sail down, men,
he commanded. Soon the storm arrived. The waves were very big and the boat was full of water. The storm lasted all that day and continued all that night. The sailors were wet and tired. It was now the 30th day of their voyage in the boat. The men were exhausted. They wanted to rest, but they continued to obey Captain Bligh's orders. Suddenly, one of the sailors looked up.
A sail!
he shouted.
There's a ship over there, sir!
It was true. They saw a sail in the distance. They started to shout. They wanted the ship to see them. They shouted for a long time, but the ship did not see their boat. After a while, they could not see the sail any more. The men were sad now. They had no hope.
We're going to die,
one of them said.
My sextant, please, Mr. Barnes,
Captain Bligh said to Tom.
I must discover where we are.
Captain Bligh looked through the sextant and wrote some numbers on a piece of paper.
Good news, men,
he told the sailors.
We're near land.
How many days, sir?
One of the sailors wanted to know.
10 days, 2 weeks.
Captain Bligh told him.
And then food and water. As much as we want.
The sailors looked at their captain with respect. They trusted him now. He was a good navigator. They started to hope again. It was the 47th day at sea in the boat. The men had no strength. It was difficult for them to raise and lower the sail. They needed food and water. It was a hot day, and some of the sailors were asleep. Captain Bligh talked to Tom.
They're good men,
he said.
They have discipline, Mr. Barnes. The Navy needs discipline. Discipline and good navigation.
On the 12th of June, 1789, one of the sailors gave a shout.
Land, sir! I can see land over there!
The other sailors woke up. They looked out of the boat.
It's true!
They cried.
Land, sir! Land!
Captain Bligh smiled at them.
It is land, indeed,
he told them.
This is Timor.
Soon they were on land. Their journey of 7,000 kilometers was over. Epilogue. Tom returned to England. He became a good officer and was popular with the sailors. 2 years after the mutiny, another British ship, HMS Pandora, arrived in Tahiti. The sailors from HMS Pandora looked for the mutineers from the Bounty. They found 14 sailors and took them back to England. But during the journey, the ship hit a rock near Australia, and some of the mutineers died. Other ships took them back to England. When they arrived, there was a trial. Mutiny was a very serious crime. 3 mutineers received the death penalty, but the judges decided that the others were innocent. The years passed. Tom became a successful captain and commanded his own ship. He wanted to know about Fletcher Christian and the Bounty, but there was no information. Then, in 1808, 19 years after the mutiny, an American ship came to the small island of Pitcairn in the Pacific. Captain Folger discovered a white man on the island. He was a sailor called Adams, the only survivor of the Bounty mutineers. Now he was old, and he had a family. Adams told Captain Folger the story of the Bounty.
We took the Bounty back to Tahiti after the mutiny,
He explained.
Some Polynesian men and Tahitian women came with us, and we sailed here, to Pitcairn. We burned the Bounty. We didn't want people to find it because we were afraid of punishment.
What happened then?
Captain Folger wanted to know.
It was terrible.
Adams said.
We argued with the Polynesian men all the time. We fought a battle against them, and Fletcher Christian died. Some of the mutineers died in the battle as well, and we killed all the Polynesian men.
But you're the only survivor!
Captain Folger exclaimed.
What happened after the battle?
It was the Tahitian women.
Adams explained.
They weren't happy with us, and they killed most of us. The rest died of illness.
Captain Folger brought the news about the Bounty to England. Now Tom finally knew the truth about his friend Fletcher Christian and the other mutineers. He was sad when he thought about his friend from the early days of his career. Then he remembered again the words of the old sailor at the port.
That's one of the two things you must do. Learn everything you can.
And what's the second thing I must do?
That's easy.
The old sailor replied.
Obey your captain.
It was good advice,
Thought Tom.
Fletcher made a bad mistake when he mutinied against Captain Bligh.